Hello there, folks. Getting stuff up in the background here. Need to get myself some water. Just got off G2 Hellcast, so and just making sure everything is up and running. But there we go. That should be there. I'll say hello. Need to turn my feed off to. Okay. And we'll make sure we're all good to go here. Why can I not hear anything? Right. Hopefully, we are now able to hear things. Very annoying. Oh, I can see that now. That's a bit better. Okay, Crownie getting a kill. That's because there's Nemesis also burns the ult. I think I need to do a little bit of this there resetting of things because I can't hear a damn thing. Why can't I hear anything? Very annoying. It's what I get for jumping on with very little notice. Boy, I never. Oh, shit. You can do this thing. Apologize, guys. You might drop sound for a second or two here while I resolve some issues. Okay, a bit of an engage happening. Thalia gets out of the way. Good for him. That's very nice. Art that. A bit annoying. Try that one. See if that then works. Like at the minute. Might have to fiddle with my volume for a second or two here, guys, just while I resolve some things. Done it. Why can't I hear anything? Okay. If now flipping this over solves it. Oh, there we go. Sort of not quite resolved. Very annoying. Okay, guys. This is going to mess up the volume for a second or two. I do apologize. I need to sort this out. I have to unplug and plug things again because it's very annoying. But there we go. Hey, I can hear things. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. It's away. Oh. And let's go. A bit of a look at this then. Hey, Solly, good to see you. Oh. Can't spell, that's a bit problematic. There we go, that's more like it. Boom. And me. Do a little link and we're all good. I get for doing this. I'm literally just got off cast. It's kind of crazy. Ooh, didn't engage. Crowley gets away. Flash for a second. Barrier's still there. Vision can't get close to him. Oh, the chains of corruption. Beautiful. What about the rest of the play? Yeah, bit ugly. Okay, nice turnaround. Beautiful. That gets the reset for Velia. Who can he look at, though? Needs to get over the wall away from Venor, who's really scary on that Gwen. Velia has to flash. Time for the charm. Ah, Nemesis gets raided by the Soulless Net. Bit annoying. Good turnaround, though. Crowny for 2. Not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. We'll take that. Well, there goes the Cho'Gath. Okay, oh yeah. Pull the pack, first one away, flash from Rabble. Nice double from him, bloody hell. Ooh, reminder how this works, though. Hell, I'll lose this. Things get really interesting. Ugh. So big. Go away, screen. No puns on bigness. For anybody. There we go.
Heads up.
Right. If you lose this, you're out. They need not, so it's a bit risky. They've got Ocean Soul Point against them. Baus is 0 and 4. Ugh. Not exactly pretty, that. Well, turret as well, likely going down. Be the third one. Oh, it's all falling apart a bit here. Oh, what do we do now, Zellup? Kind of hold, I think. 3,000 gold ahead. We need to play for this Ocean Soul, really. We need to stop that from happening. Hey, Zyxel, how do you want to think about the FMS Team Photo X? Don't know if I've seen that one. Oh, wait, I have seen it. Is this the one? Is this the one of them all going to the sauna with the... Wait, I thought it was phenomenal. I thought it was one of the best tweets I've seen in EMEA Masters in a very long time. It was exceptional. Yeah, I thought it was very funny. I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was very playful. I thought they had some fun with it. I think it's very European, actually, for people who know how sauna culture works. Nice shutdown, actually. Random's dead. Turn back towards this. Dragons in a minute and a half. Kogat's been trying to deal with Gwen. It's a real team. Oh, it's so good. But no, it did make me smile. It did make me smile. Oh. Hang on, what? Bousy? Just... I guess just got to feast him. Wow. Well, that's awkward. Then, oh, that's a really dumb in. That's like the entire gold lead for that gone. Even drink beer every day before the game. FMS team after my own heart. Oh, the vibes there must be phenomenal. Get the hands maybe a little slower than they need to be if they're all mildly inebriated before a game. But hey, who knows? What if that's... I don't know how that plays with the EMEA Masters rules. That'd be interesting to track. Oops. Dragons up. He didn't finish up my social obligations. Does Nightmare love this build? I don't think he minds it. I'd have to ask him in a second, see what he thinks, but I'll drag him in here and then see if he has a chat. But I think he's alright with it. I'll ask Harry, though. He is the person to know. It has to be said. Flashed over the wall from Baus. Gets out, but I think that probably means he's going to have to reset back in. DP in from Baus. Velia's low. That's a bit annoying. Does he have any camps to heal off? Not really. Crowley lost half his HP bar. Sivir doesn't enjoy poke that much. Oh, random flashes. Oh, good damage. Vision's gone, but the Grand Starform is reckless dies. Baus is really split off. Velia, I don't know about that one, boss. Oh, dear. Not sure about this one at all. Lethality Ari. He did used to do Triforce Ari. AD Ari was a thing for a while. It's buying a lot of time, but that is just Ocean Soul. Oh, that's an unfortunate fight. Again, we cut the gold lead in half, and then... having some fun here. I mean, Baus has got Feast back up. I don't know about this one. He's dead now. Fine, Rabble gets the Rampage. FMS biggest nemesis LR, so if they're out, FMS can win. That's it. That's it. That's the way. Let me go check and see where we're at in terms of... all going to use the... on the hunt. Baron secured. Yeah, hey, by the way, good to see you on Onivia's channel. Yeah, I'm aware that the title is wrong. I'll get that sorted by someone if I can. Hopefully that gets sorted soon. Pedro Susie needs a lawyer right now with some of the performance. Yep. But yeah, watched Ali, I've seen it. Don't worry, I've got it resolved. It's just because this was a bit of a last-minute stream because I was doing another cast before this, so all kind of in at the moment. This game is looking pretty challenging right now into the Ocean Soul. The 1,000 gold lead is now a 5,000 gold lead. Rabble is utterly terrifying on this one. But Venora is pretty terrifying. Random uses the rebuttal for the pack. Random goes golden. Crownie is in the middle of 3 people. We do kill off the Mel. That's pretty good. Okay, one back again. Venora's in the base. And Baus is going to die, isn't he? Needles come on out. Much better stuff from KHK this time around. KT will eliminate T1. Hear me out. Ooh, okay. I mean, it wouldn't be that surprising, you know? It wouldn't be that surprising. Come on. Manchester's having a rough time. Yeah, they are. It was a frustrating loss. They Initialise Newcastle did it. Hello, hello. So, what's the next kind of play for LR? Maybe just flip it Elder. You will have a 3-item Sivir. Maybe that's your way back in. Ocean Soul's really annoying, though, when you've got Varus and Gwen on your team. Sivir late game win condition, remember Jin? Yeah, exactly. There is that. Okay. Good wave clear. I think APA should play an ERL. Had a bit of a rough time. Alright, well, 50 seconds on Elder. Inhibitors are all up. Faust has TP. Got a Jack show. If Sivir can survive the fight, which is easier said than done, because look at that Gwen. Oh my god, is that Gwen terrifying. Death Cap and Arm Guard on top of the regular build. Ugh. Damn crazy idea. I'm into your coaching to talk about Belvet. Yeah, maybe another time. Happy birthday again, by the way. Okay, to eliminate HLE2 and get to MSI. I've seen the future. I'm not coping. Look, that's dangerously sounding like getting excited. And that has got to be the cardinal sin, eh? The base Venor goes. He could probably just kill Baus and end the game here. So just need to be wary. Elder happening. 4v4. When is Gwen gonna TP? System on a flank angle. Flash on. Crownie flashes out. Stays alive. Good charm. Change the corruption. Goes wide. Really nice. Venor, there's gonna be a problem. Baus on the other side though. Feral Scream on 3. Ooh, I could get big. It's not quite enough. Headbutt away from Rakdos. Tries to get the pulverize. Gets it onto Jessica. Can't quite get the kill afterwards. They do manage to get another member, though. Charm onto Nemesis. Oh, boy. That's unfortunate. And there goes the Elder. And GG. Nearly nice, but then Nemesis dies at the end. And they can run down and win game 1. Okay, Velia. Let's jump on. And he's gone as well. GG. Oh, boy. Rough early game from... So it was close until it really wasn't. Got the Atacon and then just some bad plays. Oof. Right, let's see what they've got. I'm going to turn my camera off briefly. Go get myself some more water. And I'll be right back. I'll probably be a good idea. Hello, folks. I'm back. Got some water. All the good things. Boop. How are you all doing, folks? Kind of sorted allegedly here. Hey, Mecha, good to see you. You're alive. Mecha's alive. Being a bit small that actually. More like that, yeah. I would be tag concerned if I was not live. Oh, very true, Mecha. Very true. Oh, here we go. Things around. Zoom. Zoom. Righty then. So, hello on blue. Sorry, I need to pause the music. Need a better early game. Need more prio. Zip is increasingly important in terms of games right now. I think that's something that Nemesis can feel comfortable on. I expected better out of his Ari, honestly. I think he ended up dying a bit too freely in those mid-game fights. Wei, Wukong, fine. Big mid-game spike there, a lot of AoE. An artillery piece to follow up on the Wukong. Poppy can manage that Wukong quite well, threaten the way in the backside. Yeah, I'm fine with that. But you can go top, bot, well, top, or jungle. In, okay, rapidly locked in. Good range to go with the Azir. Good lockdown to follow up on the Poppy. Solid pick. Gonna look to here. Ezreal gonna match the range. Varus is gone, so can't have that. They gave up Varus. They gave up Varus Gwen last game, which is rough, to say the least. And Pantheon, very strong. Garnon's the coach. I hadn't quite clocked that. Force was once upon a time an LEC player of his own right. Garnon and we did. Nice to beat Uzi with Heimerdinger once upon a time on G2. Rivals once upon a time to the likes of Reckless. Top lane focus. Fine volley. Gragas Scion. The Nico, I think, is a very sensible ban here. Good with the Wukong. It's very, very, very lane dominant. Renekton's locked in. I'm just going to take this and say, yeah, Bounce, we don't think you can manage an Italy top. It could, I suppose, be the Wukong top, but I don't think Venor played that this year. I don't think so. Fiona is a bit more of a normal pairing with the Ezreal. Rel then gets locked in with the Jin. Good to see C-Chains. Matches Leona well enough. Leona does, or like Ezreal does proc Daylight very well with the Mystic Shots and the good range, so you can get a lot of it out of the Leona pass. Solid. Bye. Okay, they're going to go for the Ambassador, put the Poppy jungle. Fine. Good dive combo right now from LR. With the Rel, Poppy, and Ambessa. Jin can follow up. Azir can follow up. I think will be hilarious here. Jen could really mess with the game plan. Kind of like it, actually. Don't block that much of Ambassador damage as they go towards the Yorick. Okay. Probably a slightly better lane matchup there. You have a split push win condition. Try and match Baus pound for pound, especially if Baus giving up kills a lot. Yorick is someone who will take those kills and run with them. LL01 down. Yeah, pretty convincingly too, unfortunately. Hey, good to see you though, Alex. How you doing? And we're back. LL need a better early game. They can't have what happened last game happen again. That it's gonna really hurt them otherwise. HLE will win against Genji, and then KT will stop Genji. That's the belief. Let's go. All right, Rift Sim. So, nothing super crazy there in terms of runes, I don't think. No, that seems pretty normal to me. Excuse me.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, the thing is, the Wukong's actually not going to be that aggressive early. The thing, unlike you need 6 to be really, really threatening. You can find some guys you can counter gank, all right. You're not the worst thing ever. I did say, yeah, I did respond to you, Alex. I hope you're still there and alive. I think we're back. Hello, dude. Yeah, I said, yeah, it was a really rough. They gave up a lot early. Gwen became a massive problem. Not the best team fights either. Lots of issues, basically. And then Ocean Soul was a kicker in the nuts. Well. You think Shopify Rebellion going to beat C9? I could see it. I could see it. I think C9 should win. And a really close series against FlyQuest. Realistically, I think it's FlyQuest, Shopify Rebellion top 2. But I think Shopify Rebellion have really stepped up. And there's some really cool players on there. And I'm really happy for that. Stable early game. If we can get to 2 items here, we're feeling pretty Gucci. Not that they aren't as well. The thing is, we're going to hit this point where like the Ezreal and the Wei will just about outrange the Azir and the Jhin. We got better pick than they do. But Jhin, when he presses R, will outrange. But Wei with the skill shots, I think probably just outranges Azir if I remember my distances correctly. And Ezreal just has more long-range abilities than Jhin, even if it's a bit of a wash. I think a lot of this is going to be predicated around who gets fed and why. If we have certain members getting fed, so if like Baus gets Giga fed, suddenly it becomes a lot harder to play the Wei, the Ezreal, because the Ambess will be able to threaten them a lot. If the Wukong gets fed, then Crowny's going to cry a lot. Poppy could be actually quite a good one to get fed for similar reasons, because we mess up a lot of the dashes, really mess with the Wukong. And I do think Poppy could end up being quite a good pick here in the sense that things like the Steadfast Presence really mess with the engage of KHK, right? Like the Leona, Wukong can both be interrupted with that one. Not sure what's happened to split. I think this is the same as they were in Winter, dude. I just think other teams have got better, is the honest answer. Imagine Shopify Rebellion, KT, and MSI. I mean, yeah, they could be joining anyone's Legends now. Shanks has finally made an international. Hey, not so terribly. No, you're not. We started halfway through game 1 anyway. because I was coming in after a G2 Hull stream. Good to see you. Long day of streaming today. Too much to write home about. I think this game realistically is coming down to execute. Not that much here. I'm going, okay, this kind of style of game or this kind of style of game is going to change the way things are going to happen. There's a relatively even state of affairs in terms of how we want to play. The Yorick will be more of a split push. The Ambess will be a little bit more of the skirmish team fight. The Poppy spikes a little earlier, but messes with the engage of the Wukong is going better. Range is largely matched with the Azir Jhin versus the Wei Ezreal. We spike at similar items. I think I prefer the CC chain of LR a little bit better between Jinrel, Poppy. So KHK are a little bit more slippery. So a little bit harder to lock in. Again, it all kind of comes out in a relatively even state of affairs. Unless I'm missing something very obvious here. Oh, hang on. Crash down. That's really nice. Jeskler doesn't get to go anywhere. Great combo. Reckless has definitely picked up a couple engaged champs now. I thought he'd do better on the Alistar, actually. I think he's had some really good Alistar games tonight, but he didn't get that much value last game. Rabble can look to potentially steal this. They've not checked the bush. There we go. He's going to get to come over here. Ezreal's coming back down. Oh, it's going to be a smite fight. Oh, he steals it. Well, that's annoying. And Azir wasn't there to come and contest. They couldn't fight. They couldn't go and fight the Wukong. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, a little bit. Bit frustrating. It's not the end of the world, but Wukong could go a bit annoying. I think our last problem comes from off the screen better teams. Probably a little bit. Probably a little bit. So I love Pops to here. Yeah, no, I do too. I think Pop is genuinely very good here. I really do. I think you have a lot of people you mess with here. Like you mess with the Leona and the Wukong pretty heavily. You can threaten the Ezreal with your flashes. Same with the Hui. Poppy ground Ezreal when he shifts it to blink, so no. Same with Zed Shadow. They just hand stiff, some mistakes aren't corrected. There is a bit of that. Faust gets exposed early for basically always taking CS over life. Hug slash. Found some people. Doesn't get as much value as I think he was hoping for there. A couple minutes on Dragon. Grubs are up. This could be an interesting one. Everyone's got level 6, so ults galore. Aside from Wisdom, who can't be miles off. Did he get it off his way? Grub number 1 taken. Gonna leave. Wisdom's still level 5. 7 volt wide. Venom's coming down. Actually know whether he wants this. Public execution into the deadly flourish. Really nice combo. Well done. Good work. Gonna lose. I wonder how much value loses for this, though. Because Venor can just come on it. Rabble, rather, can go on in and just nab a load of camps. Value needs to put a ward down here with Reckless. Randoms around as well. Okay. They can keep going here. It's going to be really problematic. Jin's not around. They're going to go to the red buff. Yeah, okay. Value just has to give up some camps. It's annoying, but hey, you got 2 grubs for it. You're a Poppy. It's not the end of it. Oh, yeah. Max weight. This hub with time is better than the LSC hub, to be honest. It's kind of nice, isn't it? Not a bad HUD. LEC does have timers up. The one I had more problems with, the first stand HUD, where they tried something different. Because I couldn't track when all the timers were, at the very least, was very, very, very annoying. They tried to give more space in the mid of the screen with the first one, and ended up taking too much on the side. I actually think it ended up condensing the view too much, because ironically, you see more on the horizontal than you do in the vertical. And you've got the lanes going. I get what they were trying to improve. Like, there is always something about trying to innovate and get things going. And so they tried to free up more of the middle of the screen, where a lot of the action is supposed to be happening. I think the interesting thing is it ends up feeling more cramped, in part because, ironically, because your lanes kind of go from left to right, in the corner, you're inverted for you. You actually have a fair amount of horizontal action following where the lanes go across the screen. So yes, vertical space is nice, but I don't actually think they ended up giving much more valuable gameplay on screen. Not that I'm against innovation. Oh, go on, Reckless. Nice engage. Back away. Doesn't quite get more damage onto Wisdom, though. Oh, my God. Jessica gets pulled back. Random shoved into the Azir wall. Rabble needs to back away. They do get one more, but the double knock-up turns it around. Wisdom stuck under the tower. He needs to reset now. Won't. And they catch him. Hang on. Velia's going to jump at Wisdom. Stops the reset. It's a triple kill for Velia. Bloody hell. And they get the... Can Clowny hit the W? Okay, no, they can't. Rather take the dragon than the shove. Fine. That was nice. Was Velia under a really good spot there. Dragon. Nice. Actually get this one. That's why we love Pops to here. Absolutely. It's a really good champ, this game, for them. Velia's going to have a mighty back on base. Wisdom's going for some... It should be fine.
Turret plating will soon fall.
Okay. Oh my, been on that. Herald is 50 seconds. Okay. Feels weird to see Bowser and Besta, the new Cassandra. Yeah, a little bit. Little bit. Okay, nice trade. Okay, nice trade. Good damage onto Rabble. Can they finish him? He clones. Shots. Reckless needs to finish it, probably. Body bot blind. Yes, oh, Reckless is way too deep now. Oh, he's got to run away. No, he doesn't. Oh, that's too far. They didn't kill Rabble. Jessica body blocked really well. That was nicely done. That was really nicely done. That was a bit far. 3-4 galore on the team on the right. Yeah, they've got Carp and Hungry Knight's got a lot of value there. Baus. Does he just die here? Actually, he can probably do quite a lot of work to Rabble here. Cyclone number 1. Venor's coming. He needs to get a really good public execution and doesn't have it. Engage on the bot side and try and turn it around. Random hops away. Gets chunked into the wall. Reckless will die for this, but can they get some more? Not the best Emperor Divide of all time. Reckless just took a load. Nemesis took a load of shots. Oh dear, that's unfortunate. Is that 2 for 2 now, bot sides? Yeah, and Baus didn't get the kill on the other side. Oh, that's a bit ugly.
Now that is what I want to see.
Do now. Dragon D gets secured at least. Public execution gets bounced away. They'll herald bot. Okay, gonna turn it around a little bit. Turret under siege. Brownie takes a lot of damage. In comes the Herald, trying to turn that around. Oh dear, that's a bit nasty. Oh, hang on, this is really bad actually. The mid game's normally where LR are good, but that's a bad set of deaths to give up. That's really, this has not been a great last 5 minutes. Gonna want to pop Ezreal really quick and then move on to Hwei. Yeah, or you just blow up the Hwei really fast. They've been a bit disrespectful of Rabble's ability to turn around damage. Been a bit problematic. Oh, okay, good flash. Keep Fenor alive. Okay. Towards Atakan. Trying to pull the curtains. Reckless on a potential flank angle. Not quite in time. It was the right target hit, but they couldn't finish it up. Doesn't mean the Wukong's not around. Reckless in danger. Trying to turn it on to Wisdom a little bit here, who doesn't have a flash. Rabble looking for an engage. He is back. Trying to play with the S key now. If you chase Hwei, Ez will eat your team alive. Yeah, could do. I don't think, like, I don't know. It's tricky. But I think the Hwei is a lot easier to blow up, is the thing. That one misplay in the jungle's really cost us. It's not like it's the end of the world yet. It's a minute and a half until Dragon. That'll be good. But we've got to be very wary now. If we overdive and then the Thornbow and Atakan starts to proc lots of times, that's going to get very, very annoying. Okay. This has to be the dragon concern, right? Bit shy on losing the mid turret as well kind of sucks. How's Crownie lost half his HP? That's kind of sucky. Hell, I need to Reckless Masterclass here. Yeah, I mean, he can do a lot of work here. I think also still the Poppy's got really good value. We've already had that conversation. That's going to remain true. Now, jumped on. Gets the back away. Should be alright here, no? Good. When he cans a bit, but that last downfall would be amazing to spin with block. He was such a hater. It's great. Every time I see you, there's just like certain players you're preying on the downfall of. Okay, curtain to fall. Not the best angle ever. Tank a few people. Bit of damage onto Wisdom. Kind of okay-ish. County. Starts up the dragon briefly. Mountain Assault for LR is huge if they can get it. Yeah, it would be. Yeah, it would be if they can get it. Good damage back. Nice. Nemesis gets that one. Rabble. Gonna basically support for support. Need to win this smite fight, Velia. Don't mess it up. Try and play it again. Oh, no. Rabble gets it. Oh, Velia. And you lost Nemesis, who had flash and ult. Oh, dear. Oof. That's genuinely really rough. Very questionable gameplay. A little bit. Not my favorite moment. How did Nemesis die with flash and ult up? That's just not good enough. Oh god, yeah, Synergy, kind of that. Not over or anything yet. Like, the Goldie's not out of control or anything like that. It's just like, some of these players here, I expect better. The Wayfair was good. Is that what it was? I don't understand LR hate watching. It's like, I don't know, not my way of playing the game, but I get why. It's sometimes to do with just people being very popular and it's like people finding that obnoxious. Sometimes I think there's also an element of like there's a lot of hype around LR, some of which is overblown. They're a great team. You got feared, I think, when he jumped in. That would do it. I was looking at the dragon health, honestly, not a nemesis. Oh, hang on. Random is now in a lot of danger. Nice shunt into the wall. Spiraling spell won't keep him alive. Good pick off. Nemesis, though, is still pretty low. Reckless trying to buy some time. It's a good rune on the rabble. They get anything more out of them. They can actually potentially look at Baron here. Nemesis has got TP. He can come back here. Here's the threat. Oh, Venor. Now into... Oh, Nemesis. Can still kill him anyway. Nice. Okay, doesn't matter. Missed it, doesn't matter. Oops. Baron being considered here. Dragons, 40 seconds. Ooh, this gets interesting. Hang on. Play for both. What's the Nemesis Encryptment? He likes the ability haste. It has gotten some buffs again. He just likes ability haste in general. Like, he does Cosmic Drive on loads of champions too. It's part of his... Like, his take on League of Legends is ability haste, which is very good on mages. Not entirely wrong if you use your cooldowns well. I don't... I wonder whether voice stuff might have been wise this game, but the healing's not awful either, honestly. Okay, for the CC. Wisdom gets a chunk. Okay, damage on the Velia. He needs to run. Stays alive. So does Faust. Oh boy, that health bar's not fantastic. Fleeing. Oh, Nemesis. Not bad, actually. Not bad at all. Well done, Nemi. That was really sick. Does it change anything? I don't think it does. Hang on. Venor and Rabble can probably still do this. Velia isn't here. He had to reset the TPing in. Gonna try and threaten this. Brownie dodges a fair amount. Still got Flash and Cleanse. Dragon's taken. Cleanses the Shield of Daybreak. Bounces in the back line. Trying to trade over a fair number of people. Rabble's getting some work. The captive audience onto Venor is good. Needs to be aware of the... Oh, that's reeling Flash out. One more auto does it. Rabble looks for the crushing blow. Does get it. Knock up with the Keeper's Verdict. Does Velia have enough damage? I think he probably does. Clones over the wall. Rabble's always been a really good Wukong playing. Rabble's always been a really good Wukong player. That's so point. Oh, nearly really good. Value wasn't there in time, had to reset because his health bar was too low. I wonder if we just need to go get some camps instead and not reset fully. Derex makes our lives a lot harder again. Brownie nearly carried that. Not quite. Damn, this game is close. LR lose this, they're going home. Zero was almost online. Yeah, well, he's pretty much there. Level 16. Got 200. He probably needs a Zhonya's next. The honest answer. Brownie's very much online. Go for a rapid fire next. Probably wise. Rabble's just been out smiting Valia as well pretty consistently. Two of these dragons should have been Valia. He lost smite fight both times. Solar Flare wide. Okay, Rabble. Oh, Rabble take a lot of damage there. Really nice engage from Baus. What a follow-up. Oh, that was clean as hell. Baus is really low. Oh. Fine, okay. They have no engage tools, but a lot of poke. Hang on, they can still turn this. This can still get really messy. Nemesis! Okay, he's fine. Fine, he's fine. Not a problem, not a problem. Not a problem, it's all fine. Take the Baron and take the Baron. All's good. Maiden's dead. Nice. Thank you, Mecha. Appreciate you modding that. Rabble's pretty good, I think. He's been doing a lot of smiting. I've rated Rabble for a few years now, though. I think he's pretty solid. He was Foul saved the play. Yeah, he managed to follow up, which was really good. Not entirely sure I agree with that one, Han. Jack show for the Poppy. Damn, that helps. And suddenly we start to get some structures. My god, the turret. Okay, probably got that tier 2 turret. This gold lead is suddenly becoming really nasty. Phew. Now it's just suddenly 3k ahead. My god. Horrible Leona game. It's not been the best. Been alright. I think he's actually done a fair amount of job body blocking. I expected more from Random, honestly, from where he was at in the game. Ended up not being as valuable on the play as I think he could have been. Venor's still going to be an issue. Yeah, that's good Venor play. Hang on. I think they get an inhibitor turret off this. Hang on. Wait, that Yorick is about to claim an inhibitor turret. Force the flash. Dragon's in 10 seconds. This be mounted soul, and Azir just used ult. That's a bit scary, TP in from that. Nemesis also following on a flank angle, but to what end? Oh, hang on, they just caught Rabble. Oh, Rabble! I've just been praising you. I was saying, no, he's not a noob. Then gets caught like that. Oh, that's bad. And Faust is taking out Venor and Random on the other side. Just deals with the two carries who are busy doing stuff. Faust, I think he's going to die now. Yeah, he is. Oh, dear. Okay, well, slightly annoying. Should still be a dragon for us. Good, fine. That's a really bad bet. That's a really time down to have that one die. Do you think it's ethical to have ex-pro players competing in a league where newbies try to prove themselves like capitalism and equality? I think it depends what you view the URLs as. Do you view them as a second division, or do you view them as a development? And as it stands, it's a second division, not a development. Now, obviously, it is also development. But there is tier 3, which is probably true. But I think eventually, because LEC is actually very limited in number of spaces, right? Well, there's like 50 players that get to play. Medic has taught you the really good casters. Yes, he has. Aaron is on honeymoon right now. Okay. Fourth shot. Oh, not quite. Belly's looking. Nice. Autos him. I think I was saying something else before that. But yeah, like so I don't think so is the honest answer, lot. Because basically, because there's only a limited amount of space in the LEC, and actually a limited amount of budget in the LEC, certain players will go, well, it's not worth me playing here on a crap team, or I could go play for in the LFL or in LOC or whatever on some of these other teams. And I think that's fine. I do think you do want space to bring up players within that, and I do think, but I don't. I'm not really of the opinion that you should not have ex-pros. Because otherwise, it basically means that, okay, well, you no longer win LEC, you can no find anywhere to play. Fair as well, right? And I think actually the healthiest way for the scene to end up growing is to have pros in with that. I don't think we're in a collegiate system or in a academy system like we do in LCK or NA. Is necessarily what we've got in EU. We've got a much broader scene, a lot more teams there, and I think that gives a bit more space to have some ex-pros down there, and I think that's fine. Now, actually, a lot of these pros don't want to be ex-pros. People like Yankos, does he want to be an ex-pro? God, no. I'm not sure Reckless is done playing, is he? I think the other thing is, because there's no promotion or relegation, it does make things a bit trickier, right? Because actually it became, part of how things became development leagues, particularly in NA and stuff, was because there's no longer any promotion or relegation. So you didn't have that potential of putting a super team together and qualifying up, right? Random's at least got 4 items, and the game's not over yet. 7k gold lead is significant. And they has that now with LTA North. Boo. LTA, no, sorry, they do. Yes, they've added that in a bit, right? Promotion relegation, like your boss, very the same for a year. Honestly, I kind of agree. I remember I come from a background of rugby, of football within the EU scene. And I generally think that relegation and promotion is a healthy part of an ecosystem in terms of allowing teams that have success to build upon that in a healthy way. But we'll see. And obviously people then talk about like viewership rights and stuff. But I think part of what we're seeing here now is actually people will come and watch teams in lower divisions if you've got enough draw for it. Big pickoffs there. Baus should survive the spiraling dispel. My God, though, the turnaround. Oh, Baus. You had to keep dodging away. That's a really good severing bolt. That actually might cost us Mountain Soul. Are we just 2-man Baron? Oh, I see the play. Hang on. It's late enough. I think they could just do that. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Hang on. That's not bad. Else no damage. I think the Ezreal does a fair amount of damage at this point. I think the Wukong does quite a lot of damage at this point. That's a level 17 Wukong with 3 items. Like, he's not to be dismissed at this point. I think he could use a GA or a Death Stance. That's what he's building towards next. And yes, I think Random probably has the easiest target access to important members. But I think it is disingenuous to assume that Jester and Crow aren't also doing some damage. Crowny's forced to flash. That's the one. Rabble burn the Cyclone as well. Won't have that for the Dragon fight. That's actually pretty significant. House on a flank angle. Public execution gets onto Jeskler. Rabble also trying to trade. Jeskler's flashing. Faust a little bit split off from the team, though, here, dude. Wisdom also going to get dropped by Crowny, you'd imagine. Reloads. Faust will surely fall. Crowny gets the killing spree. And Faust flashes out. Nah, Nemesis in the base end of the game as well. Nemesis needs to go golden, can't. Then North back. Oh, my God, Nemesis. The damage on this Azir. Holy shush monkeys. He's going to win the 1v2. Holy moly. Late game Azir with Riftmaker. Riftmaker value just won them the games. Wow. For the record, so yeah, so Locke, I don't consider it unethical for pro players to play. I don't think that's true. Actually, you know, if ERL did, because the question becomes, do you consider ERLs to be a development league or a tier 2 league? And I think there is a discrepancy. For me, I think it's a tier 2 league here in the EU, particularly. So no, I don't. I think it's fine. Actually, if you want to have a lot of these younger players get better, then bluntly, playing against better opponents does help. 1v3 if you got the maiden, no, yeah. So no, I don't think it's that one. Players looking for recognition. Well, if that's a way you're funding, because actually a lot of these players aren't getting paid. If how you're doing it is for getting views and stuff, that's not. I don't think that's particularly unethical to want views and stuff. That's whatever. That's an additional benefit. Personally, anyway. That said, I do think you're going to want to make sure that you do actually have space for players to come up, because the thing is, at the minute, your ability to get to LEC is very limited. There's 50 players there. That's it. And so getting your opportunity to go up there is quite limited. And so if you are a pro player who is no longer in LEC and you don't want to give up your career, obviously you want to play in tier 2. I don't think that's a bad thing per se. As long as teams are not then basically saying, yeah, we'll pick you because you're a pro. You do want to have that ability to bring up players who are good enough. Then also, then you want to make sure you've got a healthy system going right the way down, right? If tier 2 then gets more competitive, you then need T3 to get more competitive, because the players who can't play in tier 2 are playing in tier 3. And you got to have it go down and down and down. And hopefully the idea is it all grows up from there. At least that's the way it works within football and stuff like that as well. Also, LEC orgs loves KR imports or NA imports. Yeah, definitely happens too. Part of it is a budget thing as well, ironically. So a lot of those KR imports are cheaper than EU ones who run big contracts. If they're playing for like Armine Core Blue or something, they actually are worth more money-wise than Korean players out of Challenger, who are mechanically similar levels, right? But don't have the additional contract issues. Well, it's cheaper to get these guys. And if you're on a budget, we'll do it. Do I think the future of esports is gamble sponsors? Honest, probably. They are, as far as Harry, I can pretty guaranteed say that they are, because actually a lot of your AD carry players and stuff that you've seen, AD carry players coming in, a lot of these guys will be on contracts from their ERL teams that are going to have stipulations and buyout clauses that LEC teams are not willing to pay. But yes, I do think gambling and probably alcohol sponsors to an extent will be, are probably to an extent a future for. I think that's looking at the way, if you're looking in a mirror towards traditional broadcast and where money comes from there, and there's not, I mean, they're very, very different things to start with. Very different. Then I do think there's probably a lot of money being left on the table there that is probably quite valuable if it's managed right. And bluntly, the thing is, gambling with esports is happening already. All over the place. And a lot of it's then unregulated. And one of the ways to help deal with things like match fixing issues that has been an issue in the past is to have legitimate sponsors that teams can work with that then become above board. Probably is your answer. I understand there's then a lot of issues around like how do you manage like certain countries are not allowing gambling and that kind of thing. Deal. Their alcohol's in a similar position, it's difficult, right? Because obviously gambling has led to a lot of harm in the world. Understandably, people don't be associated with that, and that's a big deal. Especially when esports for a long time has been viewed as a marketing thing, not necessarily right. If you do want to be profitable at some point, a lot of teams will, then realistically, that's where a lot of money will be in. Yeah, like reminder that LPL, OPL is one of the most match leagues because players are getting paid with max and happy hills. I mean, like, there's some truth to that, right? That actually, if you want to get money in, then one of the biggest ways then to have these collaborations. And also, fans don't really buy anything. And yes, but also because what do fans want to buy? A jersey? There's no real way to get skins in game that are for your teams. There's no in-client monetization, which actually a lot of players would be more interested in. Like, actually, what are players or viewers buying that actually speaks to them? And that's quite different. And I do think there is issues there in terms of like client functionality with that would need. Yeah, no, I know, Dark World. It's a huge thing. We get anyone's legend. We do. And MSI. That was a great game earlier today. The fact that Shanks wins the 1v1 versus Bin with Aurelia, to then win on blue side as well. Beautiful stuff. All right, I'm going to turn my camera off briefly. I'm going to run some ads. Then I will return for the next game. 4 as well. Hang on. It's going to go into Infinite. Give it a second. There we go. What do I want to do? Oh, yeah, put some music on. Back in a second. That's why I get some more water.
Two souls the same. With you, I'm everything. You never asked me to change a thing. They set our world on fire, but our hearts will burn for miles. I see your beauty shine. You radiate with light. Our hearts dancing time. You're one of a kind. Stars shining with us. Your fire is contagious. I feel the moon on our skin. Love glows out, love streams in. Your eyes shining through me. Light the way so that we can see.
Oh. The Urgots, they might have been, actually. I was out at the time. I do apologize. Back. There we go. I forget this was the Legend of Runeterra song. Good track. Oh, might have water. What are WE's chances for MSI? I think they are the lowest rated team here in the playoffs from me. Some Broken Blade also had a very poor finals, bluntly. I expected better. On to the Rift we go. And MKOI did what they had to do to win the series, and I think they did so deserving. Level 1 stack.
30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
Bitten on my mute button's not working. Apologies for the coughing. Still. Like it. Right. Not too much out of the level 1. Ward around the Raptors, but actually interesting pathing here. Oh yeah. Gonna go from top to bot. Shouldn't get spotted until a bit later. Not that interesting. I should take it back. Price value hasn't been playing Ivan since it's meta now. Yeah, that's true. A little bit of Ivan here and there, isn't there? What are we seeing? NA? NA, I wanted to say. Okay, good damage. Very good damage. Super improved a lot as a player. These playoffs, he barely died. Yeah, like, he had some... This was the best I've seen Super play in a little while. He really turned it up for playoffs. Like, that Kai'Sa play, that Jinx play alone, I was like, okay, good work from him. Okay. FMS jungler is a crazy 8-1 Panther. Oh, damn, really? He's doing well. Good for him. What's your opinion on KT versus T1 this week? I mean, it should be T1, but T1's last 2 series have been abysmal. And I think KT have really stepped it up. So I think if T1 haven't had chance to sort out some of the issues that have been going, we could be seeing T1 going home. And I think we're going to have a very serious conversation about what happens again in bot side. A bot side? Hang on. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I think Reckless might have hit a bubble. And Wisdom's at half HP as well. Rabble. You get the Scuttle Crab here. He smote early. Hang on. Ah, Mr. Wind becomes lightning. Value can't walk into that. That would be bad. Yep. Is he going to get double scuttled now? Damn, that's very annoying for Velia. Yeah, if T1 have managed to actually sort their ish out, it should be them. But I think BDD is playing very well. KT in general are looking damn good. I think... Is it Gabble on that roster? Having a moment here. It's Docdam, isn't it? Sorry, yeah. Docdam is actually looking a lot better than he was. Perfect, looking a lot better than he was, yeah. Chance for WE to become top 1 in China? Unlikely. Oh, that's the replay, huh? Nice work. Thank you for that one. This guy got no arms. Yeah, I'm quite skinny, it's true. It's true. This isn't the best camera angle for it either, to be fair, which probably isn't helping. But yes, no, I am naturally very, very slim. Engage on server, the meta is shifting to a ranged support, which carries specialty. Yeah, I agree. I don't actually like carrier on engaged supports very much outside of, like, Alistair, basically. I think a lot of his other ranged support, his engaged supports are quite hit and miss. a side note, so don't fuss a lot. Probably not the best thing to be doing, just like randomly commenting on other people's bodies. Tends to go poorly. Who's better, Prime Milky Way or Prime Monkey? Ooh, I think Prime Milky Way. Though Monkey's playing very well right now. Who exactly is Blitz supposed to hook in? He's supposed to hook Nami or Lucian. Is who he's supposed to hook him. If he catches either, they should just die. That's the plan. Galio or Jax is bad. Jinzhao's not fantastic either. First on first map, good for them. The sauna trick worked. Yeah, Prime Milky Way probably for me, Andor. I thought like when Milky Way's really on it, that he is one of the most exciting junglers for me to watch. I love that guy. I still remember Milky Way with XZZ doing insane things in LDL. I was there when the old laws were written about that, man. Who's Monkey? He is the WE jungler right now over in the LPL. Ooh, nice damage. Stun onto Wisdom, who got hit by the Aqua Prison. Rabble had to flash. Good combos. Who got the kill? Did we see? Was it Crowny? Hoping it's Crowny. You're a bit wary of Wisdom here. If you get hit by the hook here, it could still be a bad time. Milky Way. Chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry milkshake. I am really a big... So order probably strawberry, vanilla, chocolate. I'm not actually that big a fan of chocolate in ice cream. It's okay. I like it. But it just never really did that much for me. I'd rather have my chocolate warmer on the whole. Graph looks doomed for red side. They've gone for a knockwave combo. And then the Blitzcrank to try and punish the Enchanter. Neither of these things has happened properly. And the one-item spikers are coming for Lost Returns. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of one of the issues, right? Like, you do have the ability with the Orianna and Corki to actually do a fair amount of damage. And this will be likely the AP Jax, which is weird as hell. I never exactly know how to track AP Jax and how it works as a champion. He's down 30 CS topside, by the way. Baus? Baus is down 30 CS. Ugh. Is there a Tim Hortons in the UK? I think as of recently, yeah. Alloy's on a face 11 match means they have made much towards series ahead of them than last time. Yeah, basically. I think ERL teams have gotten a lot better. I think Lost Returns flaws are still there to be exploited. And we know what they are. Faust refuses to give up CS quite regularly. Early game is exploitable. Oh, Nemesis. Shockwave, Justice Punch. Doesn't mean all that much. Can try and run away. Flashing. But what end? Okay, get the flash off the Blitzcrank. He's going to die anyway. Ugh, a bit annoying. Okay. Nice gank. Nemesis wasn't respectful of it. Didn't track the Blitzcrank roam. Corki might now be in trouble for this. You can see the Nocturne on the blue buff. Jessica's still around. Oh, this gets interesting. Blitzcrank's on the respawn. Watch this. This gets spicy. Rabble's still got a smite. Taken by Velia. Jumps onto Jessica, who then uses the Valkyrie away. Rabble backs out. Dragons in 2 minutes. Forward. Jessica just used the barrier. Oh, hang on. Rocket punch. Crowley barriers himself. We'll have Reckless to heal him up. Random's coming on down, but Nemesis having none of it. Tries to jump onto Random, but he speeds himself up with the Dissonance. Rabble knocked up. Oh, Rabble's so dead, man. The heal means nothing. And that's a kill for the Lucian. That wasn't great. Feels like LR and play around Bao's playstyle as much as before. Feels like they let him die without crossplay. Yes, I think it's become harder to do so because I think teams are more used to it, right? They're not giving as free a crossplay as they used to. Well, because teams have just gotten better. Is the honest answer. There we go. Was there an Aurelia in the AL versus BLG series? I could have sworn that you said Shanks 1v1 bin with it. Yes, he did. Yes, so what it was, SLR is, before Game 5 in LPL Plus, there is a 1v1 on Howling Abyss to determine side select. The Game 5 side select is determined by a 1v1. And in that 1v1, it was Bin on Jace versus Shanks on Aurelia, and Shanks won the 1v1. To get side select for Game 5, they chose blue, got a good draft, won the game. Is how it works. So yeah, there's a system in LPL basically where in best of fives, the last game, if you does get to Game 5, the side select is determined by 1v1, which is pretty cool. Dragon, 18 seconds. Crowny is so strong right now. Rabble has got ult, has got Stride Breaker, Nemesis. Force the flash out at random. Alongside Baus. You actually take that quite happily. And the Shockwave's down as well. They don't have the Knockwave anymore. Just give this up, guys. Don't play this. Wisdom can maybe look for a steal. Or not a steal, like a hook. But I think if you hook the wrong person here, it's a bad time. Nemesis is going Rocket Belt on the Galio. Okay. Okay. The damage Galio. I actually feel if Galio had gone Bruiser this game, like Rod of Ages, Riftmaker, it would have been better than the. I think he's. I feel like the Rocket Belt this game is potentially riskier than it needed to be. And Venor is still split pushing like God right now. He's 30 CS up. Oh days. Baus made the roam to make the dragon happen. Lost a lot of individual advantage for it, but hey. Nemesis gets jumped on. I think he's just dead here actually. No values around. Jumps onto random. Remember, random doesn't have flash. Ult for nothing. Okay, well, Nemesis gets out as a result. Rocket Riftmaker probably. Yeah, I'd imagine so. And this build is fine. I just don't know whether it was necessary this game, is the honest answer. Tier 2 falls. Actually, at 1600 goldie to KHK purely because they've got this massive, massive lead on the Gnar, who's just been split pushing his way to victory. Like, that could be really problem. Venor does have the ability here next. Neither, this is a very squishy Galio and a very behind Jax, who I think potentially could have been horribly mashed in a side lane. Ah, that's a knockwave combo. Jax just burned his counter-strike, is fleeing, tries to hop away. There's no point flashing. Counter-strike actually does fairly decent work. Flash, flash. Not bad. Gonna hop with the rock grab. And Wisdom gets the kill. Okay, well, flash, flash. Oh, Baus nearly got away. First death of the game. Hooray! Yeah, there's genuinely a world where Venor takes over in a side lane because no one's gonna be able to match him. He's going Black Cleaver. I think that's sensible. He is becoming a split push win condition. Baus has at least got Rocket Belt now. His Blitz got that kill. Yeah, exactly. Exo will be a win con. Bot lane's also really ahead. And the Lucian is a serious win condition in this game. Cloudy could just break other people's ankles. Excuse me. I don't know, I'll get 2 turrets. Split pushing. No, so Baus left to go join a dragon fight. Venor's been winning the lane pretty handily. I mean, it's AP Jax, right? So Venor's just been punishing it pretty heavily. Didn't go steel caps either. Went for symbiotic souls to try and play off that. Look at Herald here. And basically just got to push away while Baus wasn't in lane or getting shoved out of lane. Made a play towards bot side and made that happen. It's Baus' thing. He plays AP Jax. Oh, Baus. Can't be here, dude. Leave. Don't be here. Okay, actually. Venor needs to be a bit wary here. Okay. Decent chunk. Still have cookies in inventory, though. Good as you know. Okay. Running away. The end of the world here. Harold's gonna get dropped. Can't get too much more. 3k gold lead is a little bit concerning. Part of it... Oh, Velia, no. Hang on, wait. Turns around. Good damage back onto the Nocturne. But that's the kind of hook that could be really problematic. Venor's still doing a lot of damage. Crown is going to try and damage back. Good dash forward. Then becomes Lightning. Wind of War. Baus. Hops forward. Gets a stun onto Jeskler. Wisdom loses that bit. Velia's going to hear off the Raptors. And actually now, you can look for this. There's still a Paranoia. Venor still has TP to come back in. That's a bit of a... Not a great TP, actually. Oh, Taunt. Venor's in so much danger. Try to audacious charge forward. Paranoia. Flash on forward. Rabble survives. Nemesis needs to potentially reset here. He's not got a lot of HP. We might have to give this up. Again, Nemesis just isn't tanky. Dragon secured. Yeah, that's going to be an issue. At least Baus is catching up with CS a bit now. That would have been a soul point win comp. Ah, annoying. I think the symbiotic souls can get that shove a bit more freely now. They're fully upgraded. Both rocket belts to break Nocturne Fear. Yeah, it's also mobility. You can then jump on people like the Nara and the Corki a bit more freely. Allows you to outplay things like the Nocturne a bit more as well. The LR just really rate mobility quite a lot as well. And it is good on Galio, to be fair. It gives you a lot more freedom because you are a little bit shy on engage, right? It's a way of like ensuring the Galio can be a good engage tool without having to ult. Nara is still going to be a massive issue this game. Jess could just get mid-turret off this. Crowny should be able to clear it up, I think. Wisdom, threaten. Yeah, Crowny's going to be forced to back away a little bit. Bouse, split push. Oh, you can't hop forwards there, Bouse. There's the knockwave combo. Decent amount of damage. He's still going to die. Yeah, that's really silly. They get Atakan off this. They might, you know. Decent damage back. Turret secured. The turret for Atakan and the kill. Not great. And Nemesis gets that turret. Benor will hop over the wall. Aqua Prison. He's just dead now, isn't he? Nice attempted buffer. Will surely go down. Kills donated to Crowny. That is nice. That is very nice. Pick up that one. What does Atakan do again? Is it still Drake buffs? No, it's not. What it basically does now is you get a load of petals. Which obviously gives you the Adaptive Force and XP. Then the other thing it does is it gives you the Thornbound Atakan burst. So if you kill someone, you get like an AoE slow around the person you killed, which then helps you set up other kills. There's often a bit more of a win more buff. But if you get a kill, you get a big sort of explosion around someone that I believe is just a slow. I don't know if it does damage as well. I think it's just a slow. It does damage as well. Okay. So no, it's suggesting it does damage. $50 seconds. 50 whole seconds. Soul point for LR. Right, thank you. Yeah. No worries. Always happy to help people out. 50% damage to me. I don't remember what. Okay. I mean, you get the actual. Let me see. It's only on burst. Okay, hang on, engage happening. Gravel doesn't get taunted. All the while, Velia needs to flash away. Gonna try and jump on in. Velia's kept alive. Nemesis goes deep onto random. Flash away keeps him alive. Jax needs to reset because the Nara is pushing. Because it's a 4v5 that LR are losing. They need to get more out of this. They're going to lose inhibitor. They're going to lose inhibitors. Random gets to back away. Oh my days. Can they at least get the dragon? Man, this is a problem. LR's macro is being really tested here. Should get dragon. So inhibitor turret for soul point. Probably worth. Probably worth. It's like every summoner blown though by LR. Good God. Not much better for KHK, but hey. Having Jax, Jinzhao, and Galio all go in sets for a Nara Trital. Yeah, terrifying Nara. Yes. I was thinking of the side lane. It's an AP Galio with no resists into a Nara who's going to laugh at you. And an AP Jax who, at this point, is a significant amount behind, right? The moment a Sterak's comes on through, I think it's going to be very hard for any single player to lane against this Nara right now. Yeah, just 15% of people's current health around. Apparently, looked it up. You need more variety gaming? Yeah, I need to have time to do it, is the honest answer. Had chance. Maybe after LPL is finished. Final Fantasy 14, hint, hint. Yeah, I do owe you guys that. It's true. Okay, good damage. Okay, Baron secured by KHK. As Crowny and Reckless are dying. Ugh. This could be really difficult now. Oh, dear. How did that happen? How can you let that happen? GA's done for Crowny. Huge smite by value to secure the blue buff. Well, yeah, but it costs too much. Baron's going to be really problematic. If you can get Soul in 2 minutes, it's possibly still okay. But the problem is you've got still some issues. Mouse. Needs to be a bit wary here. This kid, basically, if we give up 2 inhibitors here, it's kind of over. You can afford 1. Nearly got that hook there, actually. You got everything off catches. Yeah, basically. That's how their comp works. Ooh, culling will really hurt Rabble. Actually, that's so nice. Rabble flashing away. Tidal Wave kind of sucks. They can jump onto Jessica now. Doesn't have a flash. The stun from Baus! Nice angle. Can they get anything more? Watch for Venor in mid lane as well. You can still push for some more here. This is really problematic. Getting pulled apart. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Inhibitor turret. Nocturne's coming in. Shinzao split off. I don't know about this one, guys. TP. Behind. Hang on, that's not a great TP from Venor, actually. They're going to get that one as well. Bingo. Wisdom's now in danger. That was really nice. Good fucking work from Baus. 44 seconds and 40 seconds of Rabble being dead until the Hex Dragon. They're going to get this pick off as well. Donate the kill over to Crowny. Nicely done. Reset, head to Dragon. Go, 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 go. Nicely picked up. Dragon's under siege. This should just be Hexalt. That's a wink on and of itself. Beautiful. Bit of a mud fight right now, yes. But they've got Baus, who's probably the best mud fighter in ERLs. And the Lucian is giga scary right now. I think the GA is actually really astute because it means the burst of the knock wave or the Blitzcrank picking you up is not guaranteed to get you the kill after. Okay, looking to go forwards. Oh, hang on, that's not bad. GA down on Crowny. Still gets to turn it around. Backline onto Jeskla. Hexol. Beautiful. Rabble's going to die now as well. Piercing Light. Yes, yes, yes. All right, hang on. Venom's going to try and split push out. Wisdom gets caught. Shielded Durand. Reckless. I don't know whether he needs to speed this up. Bounces back as well. Culling. Just out of range. Nemesis gets it. Doesn't give an assist over. Can they catch Venor? They could just try and end the game, but they bloody well can't because they've got any waves anywhere. TP out from the Oriana. Venor's going to try and turn this. Done. Galio, a hero's entrance. There's the Grandmaster's Might. Counter-strike. And just so much AP. The cooldowns are so low with the Cosmic Drive. Nice. Really important that. That's when the AP Jax gets really annoying. Your Counter-strike and Leaf Strike have no cooldown. How is Cadral's blood pressure right now? Anyone know? Well, game's not over. How is it not over? Nemesis looking. Does get taunt on the Wisdom, the overdrive ends, and he's dead. Nice pick up on the Blitzcrank. Infinity Edge in for Crowny now. Turning around, Jax. Does survive. Rocket Belt can jump to a friend. Does so. Jeskler's way too deep. How did the Corky end up there? He was trying to help pick up the Jax. Oh, this idiot. Venom's going to try and clear the wave. But Random's now in danger, slowed down by the Smite. Ebb and Flow. Ravel's in danger. Doesn't get the Unspeakable Horror. Audacious charge forwards. Venom's going to die to Nemesis. Ravel dies as well. Hex Soul, baby. Hi, I would imagine. Why, Remake? Random, no! Random, no! Nicely done. Oh, nice hook, but it's just bringing the Blitzcrank with Counter-Strike on top of you! Oh, dear! Right, say it with me, folks. Not even close. Cool, calm, collected, elegant League of Legends for the discerning esports connoisseur. Nothing to note here. No surprises. No madness. No bow sitting on the fountain. That definitely never happened. Cleanest game of LR's life. And absolutely no risk of not making playoffs. None at all. Wow. Not even close, baby. Huh. Well, it's done. Yeah, they proved me wrong big time. They managed to make it happen. Managed to make it happen. Let's have a look at the end game stats. And honestly, I'm going to get out of here, guys. I've been on air for a very long time today. Did LPL 5 games, G2 L, and then into this for another 3. True LR fashion, exactly. Nice work from Crowny. Random and Venor tried. GG. Well, the 4K lead meant no